If you had a quarter for every time somebody mentioned SMART goals, you'd probably already be a millionaire. So while this is a great way to set goals, let me help you supercharge them. Ramit Sethi, Netflix superstar of I Will Teach You to Be Rich, states stop asking $3 questions and start asking $30,000 questions. Now, before you're like, oh, I don't have $30,000, this just means that we need to focus on big goals that will move the needle so we don't have to worry about spending money on lattes. So in order to create our most effective goals, we need to combine SMART goals with an extremely narrow approach. Let me explain. SMART goals stand for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. I will explain how to use SMART goals in each section as we cover each topic. Just know that we need to use metrics that feel comfortable yet a bit challenging for our unique lives. Combine SMART goals with a challenge that will impact your finances the most and you have a winning formula. For example, instead of cutting out those $3 lattes that really honestly are not doing much, and I'm sorry, but I am basic. I love myself pumpkin spice latte. But that's basically only $1,000 a year that you're saving on. Instead of that, think of starting a side hustle. And I don't mean like rah-rah Gary Vee side hustle. I'm talking about like a legitimate part-time job on the weekends, like being a coat person, like taking the coats for $20 an hour. So you can earn an extra $100. And that will actually help move the needle more if you're focusing more on getting more money and making more money rather than cutting out the occasional latte. I want you to dream and dream about your financial future, not some like stuffy financial bro in the back just huddling next to the spreadsheet. I want you to think about that pina colada in paradise, if that's your thing, or that mansion, just thinking about what it would be like to be financially free. While we are in this mindset of possibility and yes, I can, I want you to write down 10 goals that you will have for yourself for 2024. Now, these do not need to be SMART goals. They just need to be something that is impactful to your finances. I will share my 10 goals just so you can get an idea of what will actually make an impactful personal finance goal. Also, let me know in the comments what goal resonates with you the most, or when you write down these goals, what goal you have in the comments below. I can't wait to read these. Number 1, add $500 to my emergency fund. If you are a chronic worrier like me, this will help give you ease of mind and it will help you with unexpected expenses. A recent study stated 63% of Americans couldn't cover a $500 unplanned expense. So let's try to be ahead of that if possible. Pay off $200 of my highest interest credit card. This is super important because credit card fees accumulate into huge snowballs. For example, $1,000 on a credit card with a 17% interest rate, which is quite the average, equate to an additional $170 you will pay in interest alone just for that year. No, we are not letting companies take our money. Add 5% of my paycheck to my Roth IRA. This can be automated so you don't even have to think about it. If you're thinking like, what is a Roth IRA? Let me know in the comments below. I'll make a whole video about that. Number 4, max out my Roth IRA. This is my retirement account that we just spoke about. This is for someone who is making a bit more income. The maximum that you can contribute for 2024 is $7,000. Number 5, read a chapter of a financial book each week. This could include I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. May have heard of him. Richer, Wiser, Happier, or One Up on Wall Street. These are my favorites. I highly recommend. Make an additional $100 each week with a realistic side hustle. So I'm talking about babysitting, tutoring, talking about teaching, part-time job. I'm thinking of becoming a coat checker because honestly, those tips are really nice. And it might not be glamorous, but it will get you closer to your goal faster. Save $1,000 for a vacation and don't use a credit card. Saving for a vacation instead of putting it on your credit card is a great hack to spend on something you enjoy while not worrying about it 5 years later. Spend less than I make. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is super easy and super simple. So yes, if you want to simplify your finances, this is the best way to do so. If you just want a completely hands-off approach, just keep thinking, spend less than I make each month, invest as much as you can, and save it. You're good to go. Save $1,000 for an additional certification. I haven't decided what certification I want yet, but it will be finance-based since that is what I'm studying now, or yoga. I really like yoga. Can't really do crow pose right now, but that's okay. The certification is about $4,000 on average. So I would use the chunking method and reverse budgeting to go $4,000 about 4 years down the road. I realistically can do this in 4 years if I save $1,000 each year for the yoga certification. And I'm happy to take classes while I am saving. So the moral of that story is just to create a bigger or another stream of income so you can be making more money in the future. Pay my bills twice or 3 times a month. Not only are we going to attack the credit card with the most high interest, we are going to jab, right hook. Bonus points if you can let me know in the comments who that's from for each month. For example, I pay $200 on the 7th day of the cycle, then $200 on the 14th, and $200 on the 21st. My average daily balance drops to $660, and this creates $19,800, which divided by 30 days is $660. Paying the same amount on your credit card, but paying it early and in installments can actually reduce the interest rate in this case by nearly 1/3. With these goals in mind, we have successfully figured out what a focused goal is that is very narrow and makes the most impact in your personal finance journey. Let's head over now to each category to get a little bit more specific to create the perfect goal for 2024 for your own personal finance journey.